think a lot about sharing content more than about unique views, because it's easy to make someone click on your link, but it's not easy to have them share it. To share, they have to trust you, or they have to be shocked by what you wrote, or to be annoyed at something. They have to feel represented or engage with your story. So it's much more complicated. So if you think first, who would share it and why? I think that's a good starting point. Something really tough and hard is happening, like when we had the Paris attacks last November. We're not thinking about viral. We're not thinking about that. All we're thinking about is what can we do that adds something to the conversation, that helps someone, that brings some new light or something on some things. Sometimes it's news stories, and sometimes, like, one of the things that we did at that point was a roundup of all the cartoons and drawings that cartoonists had made for Paris. And it was a very simple post, but we saw it was very effective because it was bringing lots of emotions, and we saw afterwards from the links that it has been used as a resource for professors and teachers to talk about the attacks with children. I think a fun thing about being at Buzzfeed is that depending on your country, the identities are very different. And for example, in France, one of our biggest identities is connard, which is asshole, sorry for the bad word. So, like, are you an asshole? What kind of an asshole are you? Shows that in each country there are a lot of cultural differences that bring identities differences and humor differences. We have more dry humor maybe than the US. The UK is very dry humor, even more than France. So depending on the countries, it changes a lot, and it's part of the fun of being at Buzzfeed.